For several years, we've been receiving subspace distress calls from the HIA system just outside of Gorn space. These signals seem to come from every known race in the quadrant, as well as several races we've never heard from before. We've tried answering these beacons, but have received no reply. Go to the HIA system and determine the source of these signals and hopefully stop them by solving any problems.
Captain's log, stardate 3262.4. We're en route to the HIA system to investigate a strange set of subspace distress calls. We don't know why so many different races would be in distress in a single system, but I guess that's what we'll find out.
Course laid in, Captain.
We're being hailed by everyone. All of the known space-traveling races in this quadrant. And a few I've never heard of.
How many ships are there, Mr. Sturck?
None, sir. The messages appear to originate from HIA 5.
Return the hails, McGee.
They don't seem to be responding. Wait. They've changed. There are several sources now. One of them is repeating our hail.
Captain, this phenomenon may be a type of subspace resonance, capturing and repeating all subspace messages broadcast within the system.
If that's what it is, then it's coming from the moons of that gas giant. All the messages are originating from there. There's no response, Captain. Captain, a Gorn ship is approaching from the other side of the sun.
Perhaps its captain can answer some of our questions.
There's no response, Captain. Hailing channel open, Captain.
This is Captain Sushin of the Gorn Harvester ship Sweet Song. Why is a human starship in this system?
I am Captain David Forrester of the United Federation of Planets. We are responding to a number of subspace distress calls that are coming from this system.
There are no other ships in this space but yours and mine. Ah, you must be referring to the mimics.
What are the mimics?
A space-dwelling life form. They generate their own warp phenomenon and travel between the stars. More important, they receive subspace transmissions and repeat them. This makes them a prized commodity on the Gorn homeworld. They can be quite entertaining.
In what way are they entertaining, Captain?
When given the right subspace inducement, those creatures sing along the subspace bands. We then take the sound into an audible band that is delightful to listen to. Now, I must harvest some mimics for the next concert. They do not fare well in captivity and must be constantly replaced.
Sturck, what is your estimate of the intelligence level of these mimics?
Captain, the fact that these mimics use distress calls when the Gorn ship approaches indicates that they have a modicum of intelligence. They seem to be aware that the appearance of the Gorn Harvester presents a danger to them.
Hailing frequency open, Captain.
Captain, I must ask you to cease your activities. These mimics are in danger from your actions.
Captain David Forrester, this interference in Gorn traditions will not be taken lightly. Leave this system now, before I am forced to call on the Royal Gorn Navy.
Very good, Captain Sushin. We'll leave now, but we will make a full report to the Federation. I must ask you to leave the system now, Captain. Please, do not make me enforce my request.
Very well, Captain. I will return to Gorn space. But I will send the Gorn Navy to deal with you.
The Gorn vessel is leaving the system, sir.
Captain, We may be able to save the mimics by taking them from the system.
Magia, update Starfleet about our situation. While that's happening, we can orbit Hea 5 to stay hidden.
Captain, there is a ship entering the system. It seems to be a Gorn military vessel.
Oh, hi.
Federation vessel. This is Captain Zeshar of the Gorn Naval Destroyer Long Flame. State your business in our space.
Captain Zashar, we are here to defend the mimics from possible genocide by your people. We do not intend...
I am here to protect the mimics from the harvesters. Perhaps you've seen some, human. I assure you that no true Gorn would kill these magnificent wonders.
I am glad to hear it. You ought to look out for a ship called the Sweet Song. If we had not been here, he would have harvested mimics without you being aware of the fact.
Our patrols in this area are limited. Many are unwilling to give up the pleasure of listening to the mimics. But perhaps we could come to an agreement between the Gorn and the humans to patrol this region together.
That sounds like an excellent idea, Captain. I shall notify the Federation and Starfleet. Perhaps something can be arranged.
Captain, something is warping into the system. They're powering up their shields and weapons.
Captain, all of the messages have changed into distress calls.
Upper shields down. Upper shields are critical, sir. Upper shields online. Forward shields repaired. Life support is critical. Life support system offline. Forward shields repaired.
I'm receiving a message from Starfleet. We're to return to Starbase immediately.
Course laid in, Captain.
Starboard shields online. Upper shields repaired.
Hailing frequency open.
Everything is going mission accomplished, Starfleet.
By chasing off the Harvester and negotiating with the Gorn naval vessel, you showed both decisiveness and diplomacy. You have solved the mission in the best possible way. Congratulations.
What was the worst possible way?
Excellent, Cadet. Your score and performance on this scenario were well above average.
I'm still getting some distortion. Try the next processor.
Yes, Commander.
Good morning, Commander.
Greetings, Captain.
Still trying to get that thing to work. Got you the specs on the new Klingon heavy cruiser. Why don't you plug it in, see how she flies?
Right away, sir. Cadet. Captain, this is Cadet David Forrester.
Glad to meet you, Cadet.
It's an honor, sir.
About last night. Kid looks nervous.
Goodbye, sir. David. Is there a problem?
Well, it's my crew, sir. It's a lot harder to manage them than it looked on paper.
Sometimes Starfleet gives the most challenging cadets to the most capable command school students. Bringing out the best in them brings out the best in you. It's an old Russian technique. David, what is the problem?
It's my communications officer, sir. She has a personal problem that has her ready to blow up. But she suppresses it. It's bringing down her work in the simulator.
Before I joined the Enterprise, I had a commanding officer on Bendiri 4. She had a very hot temper. But she thought getting angry was unprofessional, so she would hold it all in. Whenever she did this, we knew we were in for serious trouble. If you want to help your communications officer, you must encourage her to express her emotions in a more appropriate place, outside of the simulator.
How do I do that?
That's for you to figure out. But if you've made it to Starfleet Command School, you've probably made somebody angry before. Try to do it again.
Thank you, sir.
Carry on, Mr. Forrester. We've got to get that Klingon ship simulation running by this afternoon. And keep your nose out of the ship performance specs.
Yes, sir. Sir, does that mean that...
Never mind what it means.
Aye, sir.